I'm Sophie. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making something very exciting. We're making fish crudo. This dish might seem intimidating, but it's actually very easy and very impressive to any guests, friends, family, lovers. I'm very excited about this fish crudo. I have a lot of stuff here today, and I think I'm gonna make probably 3 different options to show you. So just list the ingredients and we'll see where we end up. Capers, delicious olive oil, lemon, chili, preserved lemons, a watermelon radish, an embarrassingly bad looking bunch of parsley, but I can salvage some parsley from there, Thai basil, green onions, pickled shallots. If you're not sure how to make these, you can watch this video, lime, grapefruit, a grenadilla passion fruit, kumquats, which are these really cute little fruits that are like a tiny orange, but you eat their skin and their skin has a lot of sweetness. Whenever you buy a full fish from the market, it's gonna be fresher than the fillets, it's gonna be cheaper, and you can do so many more things with it. The meat that I have left, I'll be able to cook some dishes, and with all the bones, I can make a beautiful little fish stocks. Well, bang for your buck, really. Here we have an entire sea bass, which was the freshest fish that they had at the market. It may seem intimidating to break down a whole fish, but it's really not that hard. I'm not an expert, and we're gonna do it together. Before beginning, we always want to thank the fish for its life. So this one's actually already been gutted and descaled. So you're gonna start by just cutting around the ear here. One side, around on the other. Take the head off. Next, you're gonna insert your knife along the spine and use the spine bones as a guide. You can feel it on the side of your knife, and in one motion, while pressing down on the spine, you're gonna go up. You're gonna release the meat from the bones. Flip it over. Okay, now we are gonna remove the pin bones, which you'll be able to feel with your finger. I'm gonna cut down to the skin, really close to the bones. Either side, take those out. Now we have these 4 pieces. I'm gonna take the skin off, so you just wanna put your knife at the end of the tail and stay really close to the skin. All right, let's prep all of our ingredients. We're gonna make Thai basil oil. I'm gonna bring some water to a boil to blanch the Thai basil. Now we're going to prepare our grapefruit, the top and the bottom off. You can see the grapefruit. Now we have a flat surface. Your knife, you're gonna take off the skin in a rounded motion. Grapefruits are really pithy. Sit down right to pink skin of the grapefruit, flip it around. I usually flip it around because I do always miss some spots. This is what our grapefruit looks like, and essentially to do a supreme, you want to cut between where these ribs of the citrus are. You're gonna cut right beside the rib, and you are gonna want a sharp knife for this, so just with one stroke, and then you end up with gorgeous of citrus, and then just make your way around the fruit. Squeeze the core of the grapefruit to get all the juice out, because we're going to be using the juice. I'm going to slice up our little kumquats. Just squeeze the seeds out. Our water is boiling. Whenever you're blanching something, you want to have a bowl of ice water beside it, so that as soon as it's done, you can shock it in an ice bath, which means that it's just going to stop cooking. You only need to blanch the basil for about 30 seconds. Whoa, I almost put the whole thing in, and I need some for garnish. That was close. We're counting to 30. 29, 30. Get her in the ice bath. Stage, I'm gonna cut the woody bits off of Thai basil. You want to get as much water out as possible. Bring it out left with this little clump. Into the blender. Use a light olive oil. I like to put a tiny pinch of salt in. Blanching herbs before making oil kills the enzyme that makes them oxidize and turn brown. So if you want a really nice green herb oil, you gotta blanch your herbs. It's an extra step. Bowl, sieve, paper towel. Next, we're cutting chili. You want to make sure to cut this really thin and cut it on the bias, so on a diagonal. If you have a mandolin and are comfortable, use that. Otherwise, just slice really thinly. How gorgeous are these? How is this even real? Wow. And some water while we prep the rest of the ingredients so they stay fresh, fresh, fresh. Huge capers. Look how cool these are. You just want the green parts for this. So the green onion, it's like a straw. You're gonna open up the straw. Be careful not to cut yourself. You're just gonna slide your knife through one side. You don't have to push very hard. Let the knife guide you. We don't want them this long. I'm gonna cut them in half. Open up your onion, and then I just pull my knife along and make thin, long strips. More ice water strips in the ice water. They're gonna curl up. I feel like we're preparing all of our paints for our canvas. Preserved lemons, you just want the skin, so you want to remove because it gets really salty and a bit bitter. Do really thin slices. Now the moment of truth, we're gonna see if this grenadilla is any good. Oh my god! It's so good. Wow. It tastes like it's not -8 outside. And like I can hear the ocean. It's so good. Lastly, our parsley. We're gonna cut the sea bass and we're gonna plate it up, baby. There's already a preserved lemon on here and the capers, which are pickled, so there's already a good amount of acid. I'm just gonna do a few drops of fresh lemon juice to brighten it up a little bit. And then we're gonna hit it with some nice finishing olive oil. This one's quite light and fruity. And to finish it off, parsley. I'm very excited to play with some of the more eye-catching ingredients. A little bit of maldon. Beautiful Thai basil oil. Lime zest, Thai basil leaves, have some dried marigold petals, grapefruit juice, olive oil, salt, green onions, cute, sumac, the fish itself has a really nice flavor. Next up, a radish concoction. That's really good, but do you know what it's missing? Lime juice. I put the lime zest, but I didn't put any lime juice. The grenadilla has this crazy flavor. It's like a passion fruit, but not as sharp. It's more rounded, almost has like a vanilla flavor. Oh yeah, baby. I like how you eat this one, how all the radishes become a little vessel. I'm that kind of person. The last bite on my plate, there's gonna be one little piece of every ingredient so that it's the best last bite. So I have them all arranged. I like the plating of this one the most. Let's see if she delivers with the flavor. I'm just gonna put a little bit of lime. So wouldn't mind a little bit of salt. Forgot that part. Okay. I like this one. Serve this as a first course, an appetizer, or your guess. I'm blowing them away. I love making crudo so much because it is quite simple, but most of all because it's beautiful. And when you plate it, it's like an art project. Options are endless with your combinations and plating. So I just find it to be a super fun dish to express yourself. Look at how this green oil is sitting. It's so cool. Can't let this sauce go to waste. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Have a beautiful day. Like and subscribe for more.